This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, CPL fans, or welcome in, Canadian fans, as I would say, because we're fellow Canadian fans. We love the national team and everything about it, right? Yes, we do. A little bit of trickery here. The magic on the scarf. It's a foot soldier scarf. Just a little bit of a trick photography. Just going to make that. What's the foot soldier you say? That's the ultra fans at Cavalry FC, the South Alberta professional soccer team. Yes, Canadian Premier League, guys, you know that, but if someone else is viewing in, this is a foot soldier scarf, and it's a summer weight scarf, so it's a silky version. And I became a foot soldier when I joined the foot soldiers a couple of months back, and it's been a lot of fun too. Look down below. There's some videos down below of me being a foot soldier, beating the drum, and all sorts of things. Meet the foot soldiers. Click down below. Look down below in the library. There's lots of videos that you really need to get into. Anyway, trickery over. Oh, he's wearing a Man United. Yes, I am. I'm wearing a Man United hoodie today. I wear lots of different stuff. If you want me to wear a specific shirt, let me know, and I will absolutely do that. But it's a Man United one today, and I actually showed you this jacket on a video down below months and months and months ago about be careful about what you buy online. This has faults in it. This is not a perfect replica. There are faults in this, and if you look closely as you're watching this, you'll maybe see what the faults are. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, this is in a video from a few months back talking about careful what you buy, and I think another one was Canadian soccer fans are not happy with what they got online, kind of thing. Anyway, down below, look down below, scour down below. There's so many videos that you could watch, and if you're ever bored for stuff, there's so many good videos down there. Check down below. Anyway, last weekend, York United 3-1 over Edmonton. Until that penalty came along later on in that game, it was looking tight. But give Edmonton credit; they bared and they stayed in there, but it wasn't to be. We know it's old news. Done. Wanderers 1-0 over Valor. Didn't seem to hurt the Valor. They're still in fourth. Hey, you thought it was going to hurt them, especially when Forge Cavalry were going the next day and Pacific Atletico, but nothing changed. Forge Cavalry, yeah, the referee. Watch at the end of this. Michael Soiree, I've got a little bit of a diagram on him, and you make up the difference. I'll tell you, it's worth hanging around for that, because I'll tell you what, there's the first 4 games and the last 4 games. What am I talking about? Find out in a couple of minutes' time when we get there on this video. You'll love it. You will love it. Everybody does. Anyhow, moving on, then we had the and that finished 2-1 to Forge, by the way, over Cavalry. And then finally on the weekend, Pacific Atletico, all the damage was done in the first half, and yada yada yada, they drew. And nothing really changed in the tables. You know it is. It's Atletico Forge on top, Cavalry in 3rd, Valor 4th. Then you got Pacific in 5th, York 6th, Wanderers 7th, and then Edmonton in 8th. So nothing's really changed either there too much. But Valor, they've been the team recently, and man, oh man, if York United had started earlier in the season with this surge of great form, geez, man, they'd have been right in the mix of things. It makes me wonder, maybe I don't know, the postseason, I think they need to change up the format, because 4 teams fine, but man, oh man, there's some good football being played by 8 teams at the moment. Even the bottom teams in the league have got some decent form, you know what I'm saying? So, decent league. I get more buzz out of this league than I do Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga 1. I like those leagues, no doubt, but I get more buzz out of the CPL and watching Cavalry FC, because I live in Alberta, right? So Cavalry FC is my team. If I lived in Halifax, I'd be right with the Wanderers. If I lived on the island, I'd be right with Pacific. But location. I am where I am. But be glad I am a super CPL fan like you, because we get to share all the news. Anyway, the game's coming up next week, and like I say, stick around for that Michael Soiree. You're going to love it, because, like I say, there's 4 games, and then there's 4 games, and then there's 4 games, and then 4 games that I'm going to talk about. It's like, you need to hang on and get a load of that, because I don't think anybody else is talking about that. Anyway, first game we want to talk about. All right, okay. Doesn't want to play that way. Okay, no worries. Anyway, we had a little bit of a glitch there. The first game that I want to talk about is just 1 second, guys. Just got to clear something out here. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Sorry about the glitch. It happens. I mean, that's what happens when things go live. Is how you handle stuff, how you fly through the problems as a captain of the ship. Yeah, okay. Just get to the football, Steve. Oh, well. Anyway, first game, York taking on the Wanderers. You got to think York's going to be in for another win, don't you, really? Because their form really does say that. And the way they're moving right now, I mean, boy, they really are a good team at the moment. It's just too bad they weren't bad like this, a few months ago, because, boy, they'd be in the playoffs for sure. So it's sad, sad, sad. Wanderers, they'll give a good an account of themselves. They really will. They won't buckle. But I got a feeling York's going to get the points on that one. On the other one, FC Edmonton taking on Cavalry. On the face of it, you're thinking Cavalry should win this one, no problem. That's on the face of it. Edmonton's had some good fun under Alan Kosh recently. I spoke with Alan Kosh a few weeks ago, and we discussed how he was developing the team. And he has. And he's developed the squad, and they're playing a different brand of football right now. And they're looking lots sharper, lots more organised. And in front of goal, they're becoming more of a threat. So they've now got the 3 stages of the field covered. They're moving as a proper team, and they're in the game. Even when they go down, they don't panic. In the early part of the season, Everton would panic, and boom, 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 it was out of the way. They'd never get back in the game, find no rhythm, and literally stay in a depressed stage. Now, they're doing really good. I got to say, they're doing exceptionally well. And I think that on the day, you'd expect Cavalry to come away with 3 points, at least a draw. You wouldn't necessarily expect Edmonton to win, but based upon the form that FC Edmonton has brought recently, you wouldn't be shocked if they did win. And like I say, Cavalry FC is the favourite to win the game. But I don't think Edmonton's going to be an easy touch like they've been. And I'm not saying Edmonton's been an easy touch, but recently over history, Cavalry's pretty much had their way with Edmonton. There'll come a time when it does go the other way, the one time. Maybe this is that time. At least Edmonton is giving themselves a good chance, or there's a good feel that they're prepared enough to take a shot at Cavalry this time around, whereas in the past, you really couldn't say that was the case. But like I say, Cavalry should win it, and we'll have to wait and see. I'm actually going to go to that game, and that's going to be a blast. Anyway, that's on the menu to go there. Still waiting to hear back from FC Edmonton, but that's just the way things are. But anyway, we'll get there, and the game's going to happen. Now, moving on, and that's Saturday, right? Sunday, 2 games coming off. You've got Valor, Atletico, and Pacific and Forge. Now, Valor, Atletico. Valor, with the recent form that they have had, you would think that they'd give Atletico, a good match. Now, Atletico, everywhere they go, they seem to give everybody a good match, and they really are the team of the moment, aren't they? They're riding high, they're staying there, they're doing exactly what they need to do to stay in that position. It'll take a good team to knock Atletico off their stride, but eventually someone's going to beat Atletico. It's going to happen, and within the next 4 games, you'd like to think that they probably will lose a game. This is a game. Valor is the team that could probably make it happen and get the 3 points away from Atletico and really spice it even up a little bit more at the top. But you would expect Atletico to get something. I'm saying Valor can get something here. If they hit the ground running, it could be another good night. But if they're not sharp up front and a little bit sort of, let's put it this way, crazy challenges and carving people up or chopping people down in their penalty box when they don't need to, then you're going to lose another game. So if they're smart, they play clever, they play really clever and focused, Valor could get something. And finally, Pacific and Forge. Pacific have got me worried that, are they going to miss the top 4? Are they not going to get this sorted? I mean, yes, they've still got a game in hand on Valor, but if they don't click it into gear and start scoring proper like and really moving like a team that's desperately needing it, listen, there's no point running around mad and giving all the desire and effort and will and desire when it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to go. It needs to be 90 minutes plus the whole game. That's how you win games. Absolute work rate, skills, everything. But you got to have work rate and broad force as well. If you don't work, you're not going to win. So Pacific, I love them stroking the ball out left to right, but you don't win nothing when you play the ball east to west. East to west doesn't help, doesn't win. It doesn't lose anything, but it doesn't win a game. You've got to go north to south, to preferably keep going north into their box. Keep the ball in their end. That's the best defense you could ever have. Anyway, with Pacific, it's going to be a tough game against Forge. Forge are well organised. You know that. They're coming in strong. They always are. They've just got to win. Woohoo! After a terrible slide. Now, what do you think? When Forge has been on a terrible slide, chances are they're going to go on a big run. This is probably the start of a big run. So I'd say Pacific looking for a top game. Pacific are definitely good enough to win this, but I just got a feeling that the momentum could well be with Forge. It's a bit of a travel. But I think when you look at games played recently, etc., and the way things are stacking up, I think Forge have had enough kicks up the arse recently. I think this is one that they can actually get a point, at least a draw. But if they lose again, man, oh man, you got to ask yourself, what kind of luck are they having? Anyway, I'm expecting Forge to get something out of this game. Anyway, that's that. Moving on, this guy, referee. Oh, by the way, drop your comments down below about what you think the scores are and if you disagree with anything. Just going to have a quick drink. Excuse me. Oh, I love my tea. Oh, love my tea. I drink gallons of tea. It's good for you. And this referee from last weekend, Soiree. Mathieu Soiree is his name. He's 35 years old. Canadian ref. We know him. He's been in the league a fair while. But take a look at this picture. What am I saying is this? I'm saying this. If you look at the first 4 games, he's giving out, like, yellow cards each game. A handful, like 5, 6s, 5s and 3. Then the final 4 games, he dishes out 7 red cards in 4 games. I ask you, is that normal? Is that normal? Is that the kind of referee we need in the league? I mean, if that carries on, if he had a lot of games, a lot of teams would have no players. They'd have to be delving into the bottom end of the squad. That just makes the product less than it is. These referees have got to realise they can't come down like draconian madmen. They've got a referee with a bit of sense. Don't give too many yellow cards. Go bring the guy aside and say, fella, that's enough of that. I'm going to give you a last warning. I don't want to book you, but, you can't keep chopping this guy down. Like, come on, play football, play fair. Let's get on with this. A little bit more interaction with the ref. My only opinion, just my humble opinion, only my opinion, and it stands for nothing. I'm saying that the referee there, Mathieu, the other day, Mathieu Soiree, in the Forge and the Cavalry game, he acted very robotic, machine-like. He needs to relax into the game and start reading the nuances and the flow of the game and start enjoying it. Don't be so bloody worked up and stiff and angry and on edge. That's how you make cards fly. If you're nice and happy and relaxed, you can take a lot more stress and you can keep everybody happy and make the game flow. That's what you're there for. A referee is there to conduct the traffic, the flow of the traffic. Look it up. It's fact. Anyway, those numbers, you read them yourself. Make up your own mind. Tell me what you think. Do you think that's a little bit high? First 4 games, yellows. And then last 4 games, a mountain of red cards. Wow. Anyway, that's all I got. Let's talk about the scores. Tell me what your scores are down below. Tell me if you really enjoyed this. And I'm coming up with some shows where I'm on about some Canadian players with some really heavy topics. You're going to love that too. And a few other things too. And the World Cup song is coming too. And I'll tell you what, a lot more stuff. So pass this around to your mates. Let's spread it. Let's have some love. Let's spread this to everybody you know in soccer. And hey, let's make this YouTube channel grow. And it's only growing because of you, not just because of me. We make this work together, don't we, see? So anyway, love you all. Let's have some more football this weekend. Get into your CPL team. And, oh yeah, by the way, before we go, Nathan Faban, one of our long time viewers, family member. You're all family members when you subscribe. Nathan won a prize from the show simply because he was writing so often down below, a real poet, always writing down below, that there's a draw of poets and he won the draw. So what did he win? So we got in touch with Nathan and we said, Nathan, what can we do for you? What team do you support? And he's like, well, Pacific FC. And we're like, really? Okay, sweet. So what we've done is we've got Nathan a Pacific FC home shirt, purple one, it's a beautiful shirt, and we've also got him something else from Pacific FC's club shop. It's been shipped to him. We're not telling you what it is, otherwise he'd know, right? Yeah, but he's got a shirt coming. He knows that, so you know he's getting a shirt. But he's also getting something else. I nearly said it. Wow. He's also getting something else, which is going to be a surprise, and we think he's going to love that too. Anyway, because he was so interactive down below, being a poet, a magical poet, a mega poet, and making comments all the time on the videos, he was one of a few people, like I say, that got in the draw of the magic poets or the mega poets, and he was the one that won. And we do these at random, and we don't tell you when it's happening. We just do it, so that it's in secret. So anyway, Nathan for Ban, Nathan, your shirt's on the way, and something else too, bro. And we hope you enjoy it. Just shoot us a picture so everybody can see, and that'll be a lovely day. Anyway, go to CPL fans, go. Let's have some more games, and it's getting down to the wire. Playoffs is coming. Oh, and the World Cup is coming too. Oh, isn't it good to be on a Canadian channel talking Canadian football?
The Ultimate Soccer Show. Join me, listen, you'll love it. Everybody does.